Go ahead. Make my day.
Wait a minute, that's the wrong movie, isn't it? That's right. Clint Eastwood had a 44 Magnum when he did that, not a 12 gauge pump shotgun. So, second part of my survival gun series. We're gonna have more and more. This probably is the second and the last video for a while on guns. I want to do some other stuff like cooking, canning, stuff like that. So anyway, so somebody asked me, Mojo, what's your #1 survival gun out there? What's the #1 that you have if you picked it up out of your closet? Rifle, shotgun, long gun, what would it be? Well, there it is. There's plenty of them out there. There's some really good ones on the market now from Savage, from Mossberg. This is a Mossberg 500. One of my all-time favorite guns. I've got some Remington 870s. Actually, I think I only got one 870. Great gun. This one was modeled after it. This was back when Mossberg used to have the military contract. This is an 18-inch barrel, 6-shot capacity. That's 6 1-ounce slugs of hurt that you can put on a zombie with this thing. Shotguns, there's nothing else like them. The most versatile gun out there. I know, I can hear it now. I hear it now. Oh my God, no, the AR is the most versatile. And once again, I'm not hitting on my AR buddies. I got them. But you're grabbing it, you gotta go. 12 gauge shotgun. A lot to be said about 20 gauge shotguns now too. I've got a couple of those. I got a double barrel 20 gauge that I really love. It was my grandfather's gun. Love that gun. Versatility. Double barrels are not as versatile as a pump. Pump's versatile because it can hold 6 to, well, here's another. This is another one of my Mossbergs. Notice the longer barrel. These have been safety checked. This one actually holds 9 shots, I believe. And it's a 20 inch barrel, somewhere around in there. Once again, Mossberg 500 model. Awesome gun. The thing about the pump is this, compared to everything else. Compare it to an automatic, compare it to double barrel, single barrel. These are just so versatile because the mechanisms are so easy on them, easy to use, easy to clear if they jam. Shotguns tend to be a little dirty. The rounds tend to be a little dirtier. So you can shoot this thing for just about forever with just minimal cleaning. It's just action-wise, you just can't beat them. You just cannot beat these things. I'll never have enough pump shotguns. Like I said, if I were running out the door, this is the one I'd grab. You know, you got all kinds of different loads. These are actually reloads that I reloaded. This is a double alt buck, clear so you can see what it is. That's a 3-inch Magnum. This does shoot 3-inch Magnums. This is a slug. That's 1 ounce of thug slug coming at you. So, you know, a lot of people will say, well, you know, you can't be accurate. It is hot. I'm sorry I keep wiping my eyes and stuff, but I can't hardly see. I'm here in the foothills of North Carolina, and yesterday it was 104 felt temperature, 98 degrees steel temperature, and today it's getting right there at it. In fact, I can hear storms cracking off right now, so I'm just sweating like a dadgum garden hose. Anyway, where was I at? It's just, you know, people will say, well, you can't hit dang broadside of Charles's barn with a slug at 20 yards with a shotgun. Well, that's untrue. Get on old YouTube. There's a number of people out there that show slug tests. I'm not gonna do it because there's enough people out there that's done it on YouTube, so you can get the idea. At 100 yards these days with the modern slugs, like the thug slug that I shoot, that's got the plastic fins in the back, 100 yards really isn't anything. In fact, some of these guys are shooting 300 yards, and anything that gets hit with an ounce of lead coming out of a shotgun, even at 200 yards, the zombies will feel it. They will. It's a great home defense gun. Once again, load-wise, you can put that double alt buckshot in there. It's a fine gun. You got to watch out for going through walls with it, with that and the slugs. People will load birdshot in it, which Birdshot close enough, it's going to lay a hurting on a zombie, but I don't use that for defense. Now, one of the things that's very interesting I've been watching people do is they're taking and making these wax slugs. So they cut them apart, and then they take the shot out of it, and they put wax in there, and then you shoot it. I did several that way, and I was thoroughly impressed. So when apocalypse comes around, I'll probably definitely have a couple boxes of that sitting around, maybe more, but I definitely wouldn't use it for self-defense. If you did, you might have some attorneys that really would like to get a hold of you afterwards, the zombie attorneys, you know. So anyway, I can't say enough about a pump shotgun. Like I said, it's amazing. You can hunt. The shotgun was developed way back in the pioneer days, you know, black powder rifles, and they came out with shotguns so that a man walking through the forest only needed one gun. He could use it as a rifle. He could use it as for getting game or whatever. So it's just, you know, they've got the new ones where you can get who is it that has that one? I think it's the Mossberg Shockwave. You know, it's a 14-inch barrel with a handle. There's a lot to be said about that. I'm not a handle fan on a shotgun. I don't know why. That Mossberg right there, I actually do have the kit where it's the handle and little shoulder stock thing. I have never been a fan of shooting a shotgun with a hand grip on it and not a stock. So anyway, you'll never see me with a hand grip on one of these things. So that's the thing too. Another really good thing about on a survival situation. Well, let me go to this real quick. You know, I talked about 22s. Compared to a 22, you're not going to carry 50 rounds of this in your pocket like you will a 22. So that's a disadvantage. You just, you know, so each one of these is about it's about an ounce of lead. So start adding that up. You can do the math. It gets to be a little bit big. But anyway, so, but they do have bandoleros and stuff like that you can carry it a little bit easier. I don't see that as a major disadvantage. Anyway, the other big advantage is reloading. Anybody and a brother can load a shotgun shell. You don't need anything other than really a couple of scoops, maybe a powder scoop. I actually use a little measure. I have a powder measure. I've got my reloading supplies, but I use a powder measure and, I'm sorry, scale. I'm trying to say scale. I've got a little scale. I've got a powder thrower. You know, it'll throw once I get it set and calibrated, it'll throw the right amount of powder. So really with the shotgun shell, it's really just, you know, taking your powder, putting it in a empty primed shell, which you can get those very, very reasonable at BPI products, BPI ballistics products, I think, the shotgun place that I go through to get all my stuff, or a lot of my reloading stuff. Throw some powder in there, throw your wad. In this case, you got to throw a card wad and your shot in, and then there's a little roll crimp tool. You can put it on your drill, and very easy. You can reload what you want to. Like I said, I reload slugs and double alt, and don't do a lot of birdshot. You can buy that pretty reasonably. So anyway, that's like I said, that's the old shotgun. You just can't beat it. Cannot beat it. You just got to go out and learn to shoot it. I wanted to thank everybody again for, you know, helping me out so far. I've got a lot of views, a lot more than I thought. So, you know, my channel is Mo Joe Redneck Review. That's with spaces in it. So Mo space Joe space Redneck Review. You know, my email is mojoredneckreview@gmail.com. So anyway, the other big thing is trust yourself. Don't listen to what everybody says. Go formulate your own opinion. That's half the fun of doing this stuff, and I would never use something or put it in my survival gear without at least evaluating it myself. I just, like I said, there's people who's going to ride me about just recommending pump shotguns, but that's just me. There's good in all of them. So if you like an automatic bearing a pump, you know, so help it, you go right ahead. Love you to death. That's fantastic. Just learn to use it and be safe. So anyway, subscribe to my channel. Give me some likes and sponsorships if possible. So thanks. GoPro, stop recording.